Part two, tools and tips for all you test takers out there. Go ahead. Let's move on. All right. So, if you're like me, a lot of times you have all these equations or things going on in your head, and you're like, I hope I remember them, and which one was it again that I need? And well, here's the deal. You can write that information down right on the cover of the exam, or maybe there's even like a scratch piece of paper that you have. But you got to get in the habit of writing these equations down and fresh in your head so that you have them as a reference guide to go back to. All right. Examples would be like using formulas or dates or equations or events or significant things that happen. Perhaps it's history. You know, you might be one of the few people out there that like history.
Everyone loves history.
You can use that to your advantage. But you know what I'm saying. Like, you know how it is. So write down that information. That's going to be crucial. Okay. Next thing you want to do is document anything skipped or any uncertain questions you have for a quick reference so you can go back and take a look at them. You also want to record your ideas or questions that are triggered as you answer these questions. Again, these are all great reference points for you to go back to so that you can have them for future questions or for things you're not sure about. All right? And then you want to organize that cover sheet. Okay, so literacy on one side, math on the other. Okay, so we talk about literacy first. You want to create graphs to sort information by theme. Before you start to write, ask yourself who, what, when, where, why, how. These are all important things because so many kids just like start getting into writing right away and have no clue where they wound up or why they're here. So you want to have like an outline. You want to have some kind of thing set up so that you're ready to go before you start writing. All right, math. Fold into different sections for different types of problems. You can divide using lines to separate. It helps you keep your ideas organized, especially if you're using multiple step problems, especially in like, you know, algebra or geometry or calculus or anything like that. All right. Conquering the Scantron. So cluster answers, complete sets of questions and bubble in groups. All right. So this prevents you from maybe skipping something and you're not sure where you skipped and you have to go back and figure out where you skipped that question because that can cost you a lot of time. All right. Stop and recheck after, do a few questions. All right. Stop, say, okay, do these line up? Is number 7 correct with my answer for number 7 before you go to number 8? All right. This promotes the feeling of accomplishment, and it also, sorry about that, I went too far, uses a place marker to help reduce mental fatigue, which I'm having right now.
All right, so the cheetah question. You may have heard these before as shark questions, but I find sharks very threatening, so instead it's a cheetah question.
A cheetah, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because they're adorable.
Once a cheetah, always a cheetah.
Mm-hmm. Besides, they run and they take you down. And we don't want that to happen. So when you have multiple choice tests, you're going to see these throughout your life, whether it's in school, college, career. And a cheetah question is a single term. It's a short phrase. It's designed to pop up and grab your attention and change the meaning of the entire question.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And these are terms such as not, most likely, however, but, except. Or it could be if you're looking at a certain topic or theme and they change the entire question by throwing in one word like cultural or a science term that I'm not familiar with.
Variable?
Yes, a variable. Thank you for that, Mr. Turner.
You're welcome.
So what you want to do is reread the question and then think about what it means by putting it in your own words. And it's going to help you identify with the question and then make sense of any words that you're unfamiliar with. And then at the end of the day, you've also learned a new word. So that's pretty cool.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And then expanding understanding using because, but, and so. Slacking off of the buttons.
Oh, I'm sorry. My job.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right. So because...
Did you just sing?
A little bit,
Don't
yeah.
be singing. Let's go.
You love my voice. So because explains why something is true. But indicates a change of direction. So think of a U-turn. So tells what happens as a result of something. So think like cause and effect.
You just said so.
It says, you know what, leave it alone. Anytime a sentence is written...
Did I go too far
you
again?
Went too far again.
Oh, my goodness.
Anytime a sentence is written, it needs to do more than just tell the bare minimum. It needs to explain. So whenever you're writing or reading a sentence, think to yourself, and, or, what's the point, and then use these 3 words. And then this is where because, but, so will always help you out.
All right. And once again, if you have any questions, feel free to email Ms. Brennan at Jennifer_L_Brennan@mcpsmd.org.
But Mr. Turner at Christopher_A_Turner at mcpsmd.org is also a great resource too. So direct all of your questions towards him. He would really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's right.
Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Bye.